I don't know a whole lot about consumer behavior, but I know just about enough to be dangerous. I will start off with a short incident. Recently, my laptop crashed, and I called in customer's 800 number. The moment I heard the person on the other end, I knew it was an Indian because guess what? I am an Indian too. He might call himself Harry, but I knew at the bottom of my heart that it was Hariharan who I was speaking to. After asking me a series of questions that often made me look like a complete idiot, questions like, have you plugged in the power cord into an electrical outlet, or have you pressed the power button, etc., etc. So, anyway, after he walked me through this series of questions, he provided me with clear instructions in American accent as to how to pack and label my laptop for the FedEx guys to pick it up from my front door the next morning. He even provided me driving directions to my nearest package drop off location. For a moment, I thought that this guy knew my neighborhood better than I did. Let's just think for a minute what exactly happened here. An Indian tech support guy sitting in Bangalore instructed me on how to pack and ship my crashed American Dell computer made in Taiwan. But the most intriguing part to me was that the entire process took no more than a week from start to finish. On doing some further research, I found out that it was not Dell who fixed my laptop, it was FedEx. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it correct. To stay ahead of the competition, Dell trained a few select FedEx employees to fix laptops. Not only does it let Dell focus on what they do best, which is build the best computers, but also cut down the entire repair and replacement process in almost half, thereby keeping their customers happy. Ladies and gentlemen, today's customers, yours truly included, do not settle for ordinary. Heck, they do not even settle for good. Today's customers settle only for outstanding and unparalleled customer service. Why? Because we have choices. We have options. If Dell cannot provide me the best service, I will go to HP. If Budget does not have a car that I want to rent, I will go to Hertz. If Emirates does not have the flight connections and timings and fare that I am willing to go for, I will call Delta. For you Spider Man fans out there, recall the famous dialogue from Doc Octopus in Spider Man 2: the power of the sun in the palm of my hands. We can easily relate this to the power of the internet in the hands of the customer. Gone are the days when the retailer could dictate what they wanted to sell and at what price. Today, thanks to the internet, we can buy pretty much anything in any color, shape, or size with features of our choice. From pretty much everywhere we want, and with the click of a mouse. We can even choose where and when we want it delivered. That is the 21st century customer service from what I have read, seen, and experienced. So, with your permission, I will spend the next 12 and a half minutes explaining where I am coming from. A couple of years ago, I had purchased a refurbished PS3 from Amazon as a Christmas gift for my son. Once I powered it on, I found some obscene pictures on my TV screen. Obviously, someone had not done his or her homework before shipping out the product to me. I was very upset and wanted to return the product right away. And what did Amazon do? They refunded my money immediately. No proof required, no questions asked. In fact, it took me only 30 seconds to reset the PS3 to factory conditions following the instructions that Amazon itself provided to me. Ladies and gentlemen, we still use that PS3. No wonder Amazon has been ranked among the top globally in terms of customer service. What the retailer has to understand and accept is very simple. Human nature is such that once I receive good service, next time I will expect great service. Once I receive great service, next time I will expect exceptional service. If the retailer cannot keep up with this exponentially demanding requirement, it will perish. Think about what happened to Blockbuster, Staples, Circuit City, Polaroid, the list goes on. Let's not forget that each of these companies were industry leaders in their heydays. While it might be true that the businesses taking innovative steps to stay ahead of the competition, The initiative almost always comes from the customer. It is we, the customers, who are relentlessly pushing the boundary for outstanding quality, impeccable customer service, fathomless choices, and customization on the fly. Just a couple of weeks ago, I purchased a mattress from Walmart. After I used it for some time and did not like it, I asked Walmart if I could exchange it for a different one. Do you know what Walmart told me? They not only offered to refund my full money, but also wanted to have it picked up so that they could burn the mattress. According to US laws, you cannot resell an open mattress even if it is brand new condition. Walmart embarrassed me so much with their outstanding customer service that I offered to receive a gift card instead of the refund so that they would not suffer a loss. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have to embarrass your customers with unparalleled service if you want to impress them. I agree that the personal experiences I just shared with you may not be very common. Neither is it possible for every company to offer such level of service. But by and large, if you look at customer service, especially the return policy, the US ranks among the top in the world. Most US stores have a generous 30-day return policy with few exceptions. Some stores have 60, Walmart has 90 days, Zappos offers 1 year, while others such as Lands' End, JCPenney, Kohl's, LL Bean, Athleta, and some others have no time limit on returns. Often retailers will reward their most frequent buyers, and Amazon is no exception. In fact, this is one of the reasons why only a handful of companies such as Amazon have been steadily increasing their sales over the years, while many other retailers have been made to bite the dust in recent times. So how does Amazon achieve this? Amazon has made the lion's share of its purchases available only to its Amazon Prime customers. The reason? When you pay for membership, you are kind of bound to buy from them more regularly to recuperate that membership fee. But frequency does not necessarily imply loyalty. And ironically, many retailers suffer from this misconception. Consumers frequent the store even though they may not like that store. A case in point, a couple of years ago, I found bugs inside a lettuce. When I complained to the store manager, she brushed aside my complaint, saying, "It's just spiders." And yet today, I am their gold customer. As much as I hate that grocery store, 9 out of 10 times I end up buying there because it is convenient, not because I like them. Nonetheless, I have vowed never to complain to that store again because the manager insulted me. Which brings me to another misconception that manufacturers and retailers have. If stores have very few customer complaints, which most of them do anyway, they conclude that they are doing a great job. Wrong. Research shows that more than 95% of dissatisfied customers don't ever complain. And more than 90% of those dissatisfied customers simply don't come back. So if the dissatisfied customers don't come back, and if they don't complain, what are they actually doing? Well, this is what they are doing. Each of them tell about their experience to about 10 other people. And I just told about my bad customer experience to about 35 people in this audience. So my mantra for success, if they are happy, you will be happy. Make them mad and you will be sad. Businesses today are in a mad rush to automate every part of their service. They feel they are harnessing the power of the internet and helping the customer by speeding up the service. While there is partial truth in this logic, but let me ask you this. Let's say you desperately need to report about a stolen credit card or identity theft. So you call the 800 number on the back of your credit card, and the next thing you hear is a series of options about which button to press instead of a human voice. If you are smart enough to navigate through this button system, you will be put on hold and made to listen to Beethoven or Mozart on the other end of the line. By the time the company is kind enough to lend you a human voice, you are so mad that you want to throw your phone at the owner of the voice at the other end. My point is, businesses are ignoring a fundamental tenet of customer service. It's not just about speed, it's about quality. We talk about the four P's of marketing all the time: product, price, place, and promotion. Have you noticed that we have left out the most important P from this list? People. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, businesses ignore the people factor in their customer service. We always talk about developing relationships with the customers. Machines can solve problems, but you need human beings to develop relationships. Wherever you go, be it the bank or the airport or the credit card company or the car dealership, you are no longer a human being but just a number. Most businesses have forgotten the concept of customer relationship management. Instead, what they practice is what I call customer number management. Finally, I would like to draw your attention to consumer shopping patterns in the grocery store. After all, we all need to eat, correct? Now you will be surprised to know that the most common number of items purchased by a shopper on a single trip is not 10 or 12. In fact, it is not even 5 or 6. It is 1. Yes, the most frequent number of grocery items purchased on a single shopping trip is 1. Furthermore, on an average, the household buys only 300 different items per year, and only about 100 of those 300 items they buy from month to month. In other words, the average customer needs to spend very little time at the grocery store to buy what they need. And yet, all customers collectively end up spending 20 million seconds in a typical supermarket every week. Guess what percentage of this time is spent on actually buying? 20%. Not surprisingly, 80% of this 20 million seconds is wasted on navigating the store and in product selection. Ironically, only a handful of stores such as Stu Leonard's based in Norwalk, Connecticut and Aldi's started in Germany have realized the importance of this. Consequently, Stu Leonard's has designed its stores with a serpentine path that guides the customer through most of the store. This significantly reduces the customer's frustration of having to navigate through multiple aisles and looking up at the signboards at each aisle. Secondly, these stores carry only about 2 to 3,000 individual items compared to the more than 50,000 individual items a large grocery store stocks on its shelves. So the customer spends less time having to select from a myriad of choices. Data shows that if you shave off 30 seconds of every dollar spent on grocery shopping, you can almost triple your sales. And this is precisely what Stu Leonard's and Aldi's have accomplished. Therefore, I can sum up my take on changing consumer behavior paradigm in 5 easy to remember bullet points. Number 1, consumers are changing, so should you. Number 2, always deliver unparalleled customer service. If you don't take care of your customers, somebody else will. Number 3, never replace a human being with a machine before you have done thorough research. Number 4, don't wait for the customer to complain. Reach out to them and ask how you can do better. And number 5, the faster you close sales, the less time the customer wastes and the more sales you make. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.